At midnight, the biggest domestic surveillance system in history shut down. For the last 14 years, the Patriot Act has granted powers to the National Security Agency to sweep up huge numbers of American citizens' phone and electronic records. Last night, the US Senate let the act expire.
We are not collecting the information of terrorists. We are collecting all American citizens' records all of the time. This is what we fought the revolution over. Are we going to so blithely give up our freedom? Are we going to so blithely go along and just say, take it? Well, I'm not going to take it anymore.
At stake are two values deeply cherished in America: personal freedom from intrusion by the state and the desire for national security.
This is something that we can't afford to do right now, because if you look at the horrific terrorist attacks and violence that's being perpetrated around the globe, we need to keep our country safe.
Some of those powers will be restored by a new law, the USA Freedom Act. But for now, personal privacy is the winner. The new act curtails snooping powers, a direct consequence of Edward Snowden's revelations, first made nearly 2 years ago. On this side of the Atlantic, cries of personal liberty perhaps resonate less loudly. Mass surveillance simply hasn't encountered the same opposition. The government is pressing ahead with the so-called Snoopers Charter, now known as the Investigatory Powers Bill, which doesn't just record phone data, but also your internet browsing history and social media use. And today, Freedom of Information requests made by Big Brother Watch showed how often police access UK citizens' phone records. Police forces made 250,000 requests last year, one request every 2 minutes. And those requests are granted 93% of the time.
I'm hoping that some sense and some proper consideration will be given here to calls for bulk collection or interception capabilities, in the same way that the debate has been happening in the US. It certainly seems that they are giving much more time and much more scrutiny to these ideas and these concepts than we do here.
In the United States, they're curbing surveillance powers. Here, the Home Office wants to increase them with the Investigatory Powers Bill. It might seem like we've not had the same debate they've had over the Atlantic, but that could change. The bill has to respond to a forthcoming report from David Anderson, a QC who's been conducting an entire review of the counterterrorism legislation. And he said that his report won't please everybody. Until that report is published and the bill debated, the authorities here, unlike in the US, are still able to eavesdrop. Tom Cheshire, Sky News.